reasons why Jimmy Kimmel, he resonates with an audience is that he wears his heart on his sleeve. He did apologize and say that he had no intention to make
real and raw. Just
Rock 102.1 KFMA.
Self-loving by your mom.
Awkward. It is awkward.
Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupid.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600-KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, it's time for another edition of Your F My Life. These are unfortunate situations. Email to me at beef@kfma.com. Subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, and give us a call at 600-KFMA. That's 600-5362. And if Rico and I agree your life is F, we'll hook you up with a pair of tickets for the Arizona Diamondbacks. They got games this weekend. It's still wrapping up the season, so you can enjoy yourself some live baseball action. With that, let's get into our first email. You ready, Rico?
Let's do it.
All right, first email sent to me by Trevor. Trevor said, Beef, recently a teenage girl with a selfie stick came into my workplace. She knocked down multiple displays while trying to take pictures before leaving without making a purchase. I had to clean it all up. F my life. What do you say?
What a jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah, F my life.
I would not be surprised if this was like a TikTok prank. This didn't sound real.
That's
you know what I
your
mean?
first suspicion? Yeah.
Yes.
All right, is this for TikTok?
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, bitch, you better be blind. All right. So, yeah. But the fact that you had to clean it up, for sure, F my life.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
You just got TikTok pranked. All right. Next, F my life sent to me by Sarah. Sarah said, after I got the birth control implant, waited a week like my doctor told me. My fiance told me he's still too scared that I'll get pregnant. It's been 2 months. Sounds like you're marrying a beta there, Sarah. No, F my life. What do you say?
Usually like the 2 hours. It's been 2 hours?
Yeah,
you good?
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
I know. There's so many ways to prevent this, and
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah, I know.
F my life.
And on birth control. Yeah, that's weird. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of excuses after you get married, too. So good luck with that. Definitely F my life. All right, next email sent to me by Kimberly. Kimberly said, Beef, my husband ranted about how children are awful and parents who claim that they love their kids are complete liars.
Damn.
And if anyone admitted that we hated our kids and resented them for existing, they'd be a lot more happy. There'd be a lot more happy childless couples. We don't even have kids for him to hate this much.
Damn.
WTF. Yeah.
Tell us how you really feel, bro.
Right, dude. F my life.
Yeah, that's pretty deep.
Yeah, as somebody who has a kid, I love my kid, so I can tell you, your husband. That
Do
he's
you
wrong.
really though? Do you really?
No, I do.
You're just saying that?
Oh no, trust me, she gets under my skin for sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm just like, what? And I'll definitely get mad, but I do love my kid, and I know that once you have kids, that's how you know what unconditional love is.
Right.
Yes.
The Arizona Lotus Corp radio station. You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Thursday, September 25th. Good morning, Emil.
Hey, good morning, man.
And good morning, Kendall.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tucson. Thank you guys for tuning into the show. We're going to have a lot of fun today as we're getting closer to the weekend. Lots of listener bait still up for grabs. We're going to be giving away gift certificates throughout the morning on Animoto and Fuku Sushi. Those were our tap outs this week. Also, the big tickets that we have a giveaway is My Chemical Romance. We'll be doing that at 7:10 this morning.
Nice.
So, yeah, just over an hour. You guys have been really loving those My Chemical Romance tickets, obviously. A huge show announced earlier this week that they were a year in advance that they're going to be performing at Chase Field on September 6th. And those tickets go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. But you can win them before this Friday at 7:10 a.m. And then we also have tickets for Nightfall and Mudvayne. So lots of stuff. We're buying your friendship this week for sure. And just thanking you for riding with us. We got the David Duchovny of radio back in studio with Emil. Missed you, Emil.
Hey, I missed you too. It's been like it forever.
It does seem that way. You know, Emil, he texted me and he's like, hey, man, are we even doing a show this morning? Because I don't see your car. And I'm like, I got giddy, right, Kendall?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he doesn't know I got a new
You
car.
did it on purpose.
No, I totally forgot. And then I didn't even get you the full tour of the car, but, you know, you'll get it before you leave.
Back seat, front seat, steering wheel.
Yeah, I'd be like, check out this back seat, buddy.
It's cool, man.
But yeah, you had a long night last night because the legendary actor David Duchovny performed at Rialto Theatre last night.
Yeah, he was there.
We got so many weird shows that come to Rialto because obviously we're not getting the band. We'll talk about that here in a little bit here. And we'll interrupt our show open just in case we'll be ready for our guests. As you can see, the screen here is Penta. We got Penta. And I think, so this is the standby. And WWE does it super official, right? So look at Kendall geeking out real quick, obviously. But so this is this is how official WWE does it. And they're so used to doing these streams is that they even have like a standby screen. As we're just getting ready for when Penta pops up on the stream. And if you guys are a fan of WWE, then you're familiar with one of the greatest luchadors of all time, who currently is on a hell of a run and just one of the big stars of Monday Night Raw and WWE in general. He's going to be talking, WWE or the WrestleMania 42 and the tickets on sale and everything. That's the main business that they want to talk about. But there's a couple other things that we're curious about, right? Mm-hmm. So say I'm Penta. Right, Kendall, what's a question? Don't give me your best question. Give me a question that you probably won't get around to asking because, I only have 10 minutes with Penta and I kind of have to we
only have 10 minutes?
Yeah, that's how it works.
Oh, dang.
This is part of the circuit, right? So, yeah, it's important to kind of get,
Okay, well, then one of my questions was during your time being on Lucha Underground, did you meet Robert Rodriguez? What's your relationship like with him?
That's good. So I'm glad you asked me this question because I don't want you to ask him this question.
I know.
Yes, we're best friends. He texts me all the time, tells me nice moves, Holmes, and then and that's pretty much it. And then if he's gonna ever do another movie, I'm pretty sure I'll be the star of it.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of which, so let's talk to the man himself. I'm sure it's been a busy morning for you, right?
Yes. Hi,
Yes.
hi guys, how are you?
Good.
Hello.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show a very special guest. Like we were saying, he is one of the best luchadors in the entire world. Currently, one of WWE's hottest superstars. We got the one, the only Penta. Welcome, Penta. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you for this space. I'm very happy with you guys. So I'm very excited too, for the big news, the WrestleMania 42 back to Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, I love this. Okay, so they got you fully in the machine. Now you're a guy who is vetted. You have worked every single major promotion, and and now you're part of the top dog. And what's it feel like to be on such an official part? It's such an important part of the WrestleMania process is going out, doing media, letting people know all about WrestleMania season, how they can get their tickets and stuff. You excited about this run?
Yeah, WrestleMania is like WWE Super Bowl version. So everyone wanna to be there. So for me, it was very special because in WrestleMania 41 was my first WrestleMania. So, but now in this WrestleMania 42, I wanna conquer some special. So I don't matter it's a title or a big match or lighter match, no matter what. But I wanna show the next WrestleMania 42 who is Real Penta,
Oh yeah, no, yeah. And first off, can I say this? I want to. I don't want to yell at you, but you made me cry, and so I'm kind of mad at you, Penta, for making me cry when you got your daughter, involved, and because you've literally worked as a top star in every single promotion. Grinding it out, and everyone knows that professional wrestling is such a career that you have to sacrifice so much for, right? To see your daughter front row, seeing you achieve your dreams, crying like that, you giving her a big hug. I'm a girl dad myself, I ended up sobbing, and it's not often that I cry while watching wrestling. So, I kind of mad at you on that, but I just wanted to let you know. Congratulations on that. But at the same time, how dare you, Penta, make me cry during wrestling?
Thank you, man. Yeah. So I wanted to be honest. So when this is the magic at this sport, this is the beautiful magic about the lucha libre or wrestling, whatever you want to call.
Mhm.
So when I saw my daughter crying in the first role, I understood what is my purpose in this business. So it is inspire the new generations, inspire the new wrestlers, inspire the kids, inspire the everyone. How? With my phrase, cero miedo. Because cero miedo now is lifestyle. Not only is a phrase for the come from the one luchador, if no, it's like the real lifestyle,
Yeah.
because I adopt years ago this formula is like basically cero miedo. Because for example, I think the miedo or fear, whatever you want to call, so
Mhm.
is the best rival for everyone, because sometimes you cannot get the dreams for because you have miedo, right?
Yeah.
So this is the most important thing, when the people know what is exactly cero miedo. It's like no matter what, no matter what happened there, you go with everything and you get the result. This is
Mhm.
the real Penta style.
Yeah, and you've been doing that your entire career. Now, when you came to WWE at first, and Tim saying that you're one of his daughter's favorites, when you first came to WWE, who helped you get acclimated to their style backstage the most, that made you feel comfortable, feel like you're finally home? I mean, being such a pro and literally working every company and stuff, you were ready for it. And they knew you could do it. But I mean, the way that you came in, it was instantly like you fit, like you were there for years. But backstage, you got to have like help from, some of the legends and stuff. Is who helped you, kind of feel at home?
Yeah, when I come to WWE, my first impression was amazing, man, because everyone in the locker room is very professional. Everyone backstage is very professional. Cameras, the staff guys, the crew guys, everyone there is very professional, and feel like in my home, because when somebody tries you like that, it's like, okay, I understood what is my purpose here. So I come here for support everyone, support the sport, support my partners too. So I think this is the most important thing when you come to the big company. In my opinion, is like the best company in the universe, WWE. So just I wanna give my best every night, every match. So because I understand what is my responsibility here. So, and the other thing, and as I mentioned before, I want to inspire the new generations. So because I understood when you start in this career in Mexico is very hard, very difficult. But I want to show the world if you can.
Yeah. Now, your younger brother just recently is a part of WWE as well. Is he jealous of your intro and all the pyro that you get, because you get the 5-star treatment for sure?
Yeah, my entrance is 100% a Triple H idea. So I love my entrance. Just I feel so powerful when I feel in my back the fire, the flames and
Yeah,
everything that.
yeah, you
So
can feel
now
it.
I'm very happy with that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. No, you can feel it. You can feel when it's going off. You can feel the heat all around you when it's going off, right?
Yeah, it's correct. And when I feel that, so I fill my body with the energy and the explosion and the passion. So I think this is one, um, can I say, like the best motivation for me when I feel that in my back. So because I know what is my responsibility in my shoulders. So now I very happy when I saw my brother in SmackDown and different matches. The entrance is like couple things same day like Penta. But
Uh,
imagine this when the Lucha Bros return together like tag team. we have a very surprise.
Oh, yes. Can't wait for that. Kendall, ask Penta a question real quick, and then we'll wrap things up with the WrestleMania 42 ticket talk.
I want to go back to that moment with your daughter earlier this year. It was super monumental, I think, seeing her reaction to you. Does she want to be a wrestler one day?
Of course. This is I gonna explain. So I have a big surprise, but my little daughter, now is training every day, like with me, with the other masters here in Mexico, because she's the choice for this sport, because she he wanna have a rivalry with Rhea Ripley,
Yeah.
But now, she know.
I love that. The family and legacy runs deep here. Dominic Mysterio considers himself the greatest luchador in the world. What do you have to say about that?
Stop. Dominic Mysterio is not the king de luchador. El verdadero rey de los luchadores es Penta, el cero medio. Dominic Mysterio es un pendejo y Dominic Mysterio me voy a vencer en el ring, y que Dominic Mysterio no se meta en mi camino, porque I will destroy stupid fucking Dom Mysterio.
I can't wait to see it, Penta. WrestleMania 42 tickets, they're on sale now, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
right.
Please, guys. You can get your tickets right now on Ticketmaster on and WWE Shop. See you there in WrestleMania 42.
Yes, can't wait. And thank you for taking the time to talk with us, Penta. We're massive fans. Keep up the great work. And we can't wait for you to steal the show, WrestleMania 42.
It's correct. See you there, guys, in Las Vegas, Nevada, the next April 18 and 19 in WrestleMania 42.
I love it. Yeah, Penta, everybody. We're going to hit the reset on the FM side. Keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/BeefVegan. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for the space.
Of course. Yeah, anytime. So hopefully we'll get to talk to you soon. All of our listeners, there we go. My son's favorite wrestler, next champion. You get nothing but love from people everywhere you go. So the fact that you came on with so much underground buzz and been able to continue to, capture that and grow it and like take over the WWE universe as well and live up to the hype, it is a fascinating thing to watch. So congratulations on all your success and wish you could continued success as well.
Thank you, guys. And, see you there in Las Vegas, Nevada in WrestleMania 42.
Yeah, I'll put the down payment in today.
Yeah.
All right, I know you got a lot of interviews to do today, so thank you again for your time. We'll talk to you again soon. That's Penta, everybody. All right, so fantastic, right?
What a cool dude.
Oh, my God, yeah.
I'm so looking forward to his daughter being a wrestler one day.
Yeah, dude, they're going to go generational. That's what it is. It's a family business now.
Yeah.
Right.
All these wrestlers are like, it started, I guess, you can kind of say it started with The Rock. And, I'm glad to see that you hopped on there, Jesus. I know you're a huge wrestling fan, and you're at all the events, and, a lot of us. Jeff, you talk about it all the time. I let him say Bendejo on the radio. I'm like,
that was great.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, Penta, we are in Tucson, so they know what you're saying here.
Yeah, that was great. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Was that your, first time interviewing a current WWE?
No.
Oh,
yeah. Welcome to the club, Eric.
Right.
This is your first time.
It's
which
my
I'm glad.
first time. I feel honored.
Yeah.
What about you, Emil?
What's up?
Emil's like, what's wrestling?
No, I watch it every now and then. I don't follow it, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, we talked to LA Knight not too long ago. I have that interview posted on the YouTube page, and that was fun. And actually got covered by a couple wrestling websites.
Oh, nice.
That I kind of look at every now and then for the backstage tea. I'm one of those kind of marks. But it was nice. They name dropped me and everything, and I was like, all right. I kind of felt like I made it,
Yeah.
And then honestly, that Penta clip where I had to ask about Dominic Mysterio, I'm like, that's perfect.
No, I love that. Yeah,
that's perfect.
That's what we're gonna clip up, post later, and then that will get about internet. Wrestling content on the internet is gangbusters. All my biggest clips that I have are all talking wrestling one point or another. I mean, my biggest Instagram clip is the Vince McMahon sex scandal where he named all his dildos after wrestlers. That has like 900,000 views on Instagram.
No way, really?
Yeah.
It's fascinating and creepy and
It's a perfect storm, and it just so happens to be something that I know a lot of. Vince McMahon and dildos, I'm like, a step aside here.
Worlds collide.
Expert coming through. And yeah. And so, the perfect storm. And so
I think I'm going to put on my Christmas list this year. I want a WWE encyclopedia. Like when you're like a late stage fan, like I am, I just feel like I cannot learn enough. There's so much.
You need to cram more information into your gray space about this wonderful world.
The gray space,
it should be a major in college that you can pick. There's
Probably
so much.
is somewhere.
I guarantee it is. The way that our institutions are going, for sure.
I'm going back to school.
Yeah, Rock 102.1 KFMA. Yeah, they already have like television courses and stuff. You can major in classic TV. So, I think the art and history of professional wrestling is something that they would probably start teaching in certain colleges out there. I personally, just like your boyfriend, and I don't mean to out him and stuff like that. I listen to Jim Cornette. Who's a classic wrestling personality, former announcer, writer, and he is an encyclopedia when it comes to wrestling history in general, going way back, and he's fascinating. He's a great character. He's super funny. But with that, he has certain terminology that he has nicknames for different wrestlers. And when I first met Kendall's boyfriend, we were at the JCW wrestling event, right? So we're there for a wrestling thing. And Kendall was going to be, just coming out as part of the show. So I assumed that, her boyfriend just came along in support, kind of dragged along. And he's like, no, actually, I love wrestling. And then he made a reference where he talked about Nia Jackson. Nia Jax.
Yeah.
Nia Jax. And then her boyfriend goes, the fridge. And I'm like, the fridge, that's first off, it's a terrible nickname. It's a horrifically crude, rude nickname, but it was coined by Jim Cornette. And I was like, huh? Corny? And he's like, Church of Cornette every day. And I'm like, all right, well, we're equally as dirty, dude. Like, shit, let's keep it down. But I mean, we're in a safe place. This is a safe space for that kind of stuff. And it's super funny. So you could listen to that. That'll get you caught up very quickly, But
so he would be the professor of that major, teaching the classes,
big time. And I think actually professional wrestlers listen to him regularly, like CM Punk and stuff, because that are fans of that, because he'll talk about the heyday of the '80s, the behind the scenes, and how the business worked. Because again, this was an art form, was so crazy, so carny like. That, for years, people thought it was real. So the heat that these bad guys would get, they would, get their lives threatened. They would get stabbed. They would get chased out of buildings. They would need police security because, the audience wasn't in on it. Now it's weird how wrestling has evolved because we're at a point with the internet and everything. The audience is in on everything. And what's cool about this, though, is because, of course, non-wrestling fans, the first thing they say is like, don't you know it's fake? Like, it's a smug thing. Like, you're going to ruin our world when you're like, what?
But you get invested into it. No different than like watching something that has like
a movie.
Yeah, like a storyline, though.
Yes.
And you get lost in it. That's totally fine.
And there's some blood, sweat, and tears involved that are not fake.
That's like Hamlet in the park. And you'd be like, that's not really Hamlet, right?
But you're still feeling it.
Yeah, dude. They're acting, they're performing live and everything else. So same thing. But now that the audience is so in on it, they know their role in it, right? And the latest example of this was when John Cena turned heel. Now, for a little bit there, he was the bad guy. And they showcased this in the Unreal, which is a Netflix docuseries that literally shows pretty much 90% of behind the scenes of how the cake is made.
Cool.
And so John Cena is the bad guy. So when he's on camera, the audience is booing him out of the building. There's an F you, John Cena, you suck, blah, 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 blah. As soon as, because he's doing his farewell tour, as soon as the cameras turn off, those boos turn to cheers and admiration and saying, thank you, Cena.
Right.
Because they're like, oh, we're on camera. All right, we got to, he's the bad guy. All right, we know what to do in this situation. And then like, oh, camera's off. Okay, cool. Let's tip our hat to the man who put on so many great performances over 25 years. It's so odd that's legitimately
cool though, because it's breaking that fourth wall and it's incorporating the people watching it too. And there are feeling like they're a part of that wrestling history too. I think that's great.
Yeah. I mean, in what other form of entertainment is the audience such a vital part of the performance?
Yeah, I can't think of anything really.
Yeah, and that's what makes it unique. Now, if TKO cannot, like, you know, price gouge us out of being fans, that would be great. But we'll see how that works out. All right, well, let's hit the reset on the FM side. We got music on the way from Sick Puppies and the legendary Ozzy on Rock 102.1 KFMA. All right, as we get ready for our next segment here, let's talk about David Duchovny's legendary penis, huh? I mean, huge.
That's
Emil
all
looks
you want
like
to talk about today.
no, we already touched base on it.
A big topic. Of
Yeah. You know, Emil looks like David Duchovny, according to Kendall.
He does.
And we talked about his performance as he was at the Rialto Theatre last night. It's a big deal. Bigger than his legendary large schlong. Check this out. Are signing the non-exclusives with the major company nationwide. But, you know, we get these actors who have passion projects. And I didn't even know David Duchovny is on that list. So he's a musician.
Yeah, he's been well over 10 years. Like I'd say 10, 15, maybe even close to 20 years doing this kind of thing.
Okay. And so what was the style of music, would you say?
I'd say rock.
Okay.
Yeah. He has like some softer songs, but it's definitely like a rock quartet kind of thing going on.
Okay. Rock quartet.
Yeah,
Here,
I've never heard those words together.
Well, there's 4 people, so.
Okay, that's what you mean.
Let me check my
most
phone
bands are
real
for-
quick just so I know that we're on the air. Somebody's calling. Rock 102.1. Who's this?
Hello, this is Josiah.
What's up, Josiah?
I just wanted to request some music. You guys play any Gorillas?
Yeah, sometimes we play some Gorillas. Yeah. So you want to request some Gorillas?
Yeah, if you could put on People by Gorillas. If not, any Gorillas is fine with me.
Okay, I think we're gonna go with the latter on that one, Josiah, because they kind of have me by my Gorillas, you know, they're very selective in what we play here in the morning, unfortunately. But you know,
Yes,
for you, you know, maybe I'll squeeze in some Clint Eastwood or something. Okay.
Sick.
All right, thanks, brother.
Thanks, boss.
Appreciate you listening. So it looks like we're, you know, loud and clear on the radio. Let's see. So he's a rock quartet. Did he at any point, did he wear tight leather pants?
No.
Okay.
No.
I feel like he's missing out on an opportunity there because Duchovny is legendarily hung.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God.
No, I mean, he is.
I love that you know
Google
this,
it.
so
Well,
that's
I mean, I know it only because, you know, like I'm part of the population. I think, you know, I mean, he even, one of my favorite shows was of all time, actually. It was Californication.
Yeah, a great show.
First 3 seasons. And so that was a great show, but he, you know, gravitated towards that role because it was very similar to kind of like a young Duchovny. He was a ladies' man. They couldn't get enough of it. He had a hose on him, you know, and I mean, that's kind of like what led to some of his success in Hollywood. And he's talked about this in interviews. I think he might even have like shown it to a couple people to get roles because, you know,
It's
Hollywood
Hollywood
was creepy back
Yeah,
then.
that's just what they
That's
do.
Hollywood,
Dead.
baby.
Yeah.
Doing that probably.
Yeah, like if he ever did like a Miramax movie or something like that, you know, Weinstein was like, just let me see it.
Yeah, right.
And you get this role, man. I'll give you a supporting role.
You come over to jail and let me see it here and I'll just put in a good word for you.
Or he'll be like, I'll give you my pudding. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
that's the kind of swing he has now. Did you interact with him at all?
Yeah, I did.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a nice dude. He's super. I mean, he's Mr. Cool. And
Yeah.
he is Mr. Cool.
And see, so Kendall was like, did anyone tell you that you look like Duchovny? But I'm like, I don't think you look like, I mean, you kind of have the longer nose like him, but I really
think it's the eyes.
No.
And the face.
No, well, you're describing every single
Well, yeah,
feature.
the
but like,
Maybe it's the whole body. I've never gotten this, but I'm all right with it.
I think it's the honestly,
I'll go with it.
I think it's the vibe. You know, what I mean, it's the way he carries himself. You know, it's
Like you said, Mr. Cool, you're
Oh.
also.
See, I feel like
Mr.
I'm just
Cool.
Mr. like awkward and Mr. like somewhat stoned sometimes. So, but I think he might be that too.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
It's similar vibes for sure.
guys with like, you know, hoses, they're super chill because it takes a lot of blood to keep the circulation
Yeah.
going down there.
It's just like it's
Right.
not in our brain anymore. It's just like downstairs.
Yes, yes, I've seen this. I've noticed this amongst friends and stuff, and you know, I'm envious. And people are always like, "Hey, you're so quick witted. You know, like, what's going on?" Like, I have all the blood up here, all of it. You know, so it's a double-edged. You know, it's a
Yeah.
gift and a curse
Right,
kind
yeah.
of thing, right?
Oh.
So that, well, you know, that seems like a good time. Did a lot of people show up?
Yeah, I actually had a pretty decent turnout last night. A lot of people, a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you rock? You know what? Does he have music on Spotify?
Yeah, I think he does. I mean, he has like 3 albums. He has a new album coming out in February too. So I would be surprised if he didn't have anything on Spotify.
You know, let me look it up. And for the, you know, for risking Dave Duchovny,
I'm assuming there was an opener too.
Yeah, Joe Pena, he's a Tucson and really good.
Yeah,
Joe's
Awesome.
really good stuff.
Yeah,
man.
Joe's amazing. I got to get Joe in studio, actually. So, it looks like, okay, he has a bunch of songs. Hell, man, he has a song that has 1.2 million, listens on Spotify.
Like, there were a couple people following him around in this tour, and there was somebody from Scotland that flew in for this.
Well,
too.
that's creepy,
I
though.
bet.
That's
That is
creepy.
crazy.
I bet.
He's not the Grateful Dead, dude. I mean, it's like, that's creepy.
Well, what do we got to work with these days? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay,
if-
okay.
hey, there's a lot of X-Files fans out there. There's a lot of lonely ladies
Right.
out
There's
there.
the lot.
How about this? Let me just play a little bit. Let's get an idea of what he sounded like last night. This is Hell or High Water by David Duchovny. Back. We have more that we'll get to in a little bit. But yeah, Emil has a dilemma, and your wife is way too cool. But so the dilemma is we got Dan Soder next Friday.
On the 3rd, yeah.
Yeah, on the 3rd. And, and of course, it's a Friday night, and that happens to be your wife's birthday.
My wife's birthday that day, so I'm torn. Obviously, like my allegiance is to my wife. And,
Yes.
I mean, planning birthday, having fun that day. But Dan's cool, man, and I think he's a funny guy, and I have a bunch of radio friends that are going to be there. So it's just like, and she's giving me the pass. She's like, "Oh, we'll go hang out with him," and I'm like, "Oh, no, you're not going to pull me into this trap. I know it's
Yeah.
going to happen. I'm going to go, and they're going to hold this over my head for the next decade."
Yeah, and let's also keep in mind, and it's worth noting that Emil's wife is very pregnant. Like,
Right.
like
Like any week now, yeah.
could literally give birth to his second daughter on that day,
Could
on
be.
her own
Yeah.
birthday.
Actually, yeah.
Let's say she doesn't, though. Let's say she's still pregnant that day. Could she just come along with? Would she want to go with you?
Well, then we have to get a babysitter for the other kid.
Yeah,
It's just like a
yeah.
lot of, and she's so uncomfortably pregnant that I'd just be like, man, you poor thing.
Yeah, you don't want to sit in those seats. And I don't think even Dan, as much as he'd be appreciative, say worst case scenario or best case, and depending on how you look at it, her water breaks during the show, and it's like it's emergency, like rush, like, oh, baby's coming right now in the middle of the show, right?
Yeah, right.
Hey, that's a big derailment. So, I think as a comedian, I mean, you don't want those kind of distractions in the show. You want to be able to do your whole set.
Makes a good viral clip, though.
Right.
Yeah, but you know what, though? Again, is
Then
he
you can name
chasing?
the baby Dan?
No.
After Dan.
See, let me shit on that real quick. Let me shit on that and saying that's the worst thing to say because he comes up with viral clips all the time just with his content. He doesn't need someone giving birth to his show
Just in the background
to go
there.
viral.
That's cool. We
That's a
should
hack
ask him
move.
how he would feel if a baby
He's gonna
was
be nice.
born during one of his shows.
Hey,
That's
Dan, would you just
cool.
come back to Tucson, hang out at my house, and
Wait until
do your set
she's dying.
while she's having birth, and I'll be in the background catching the baby,
Yeah.
and you could do your thing, and then
No, what do they call that when house mother or something? What do they call that when there's a
like the midwives.
yeah midwife?
Yeah.
come be my midwife.
You're like, yeah, you got this, dude. You got this.
Yeah.
Tell
I'm
funny
sure he
jokes.
could. He's like, yeah, I used to play ball back in the day.
Yeah, I can catch.
Yeah, it's not a problem. I got hands, You know who my best friend is. He'll teach me a technique or two. So yeah, we'll see. But I'll definitely reach back. Probably today to his people just to remind them that the opportunity's there. Now, of
Yeah.
course, timing and everything else is another thing. I'm sure he'd get a kick out of being able to see everything again. As
Right.
he geeked out about it. But what I didn't even get to talk to him about it is that he's one of those guys that is a radio head, period, right? And has always loved radio and never left radio. In fact, even with his stand-up career, because he transitioned into Sirius, which is nationally broadcasted radio, and he had a show for over a decade successfully on Sirius XM. And then from there was a fallout, which I didn't bring up with like him and Jay. And then he started his podcast, which is just radio. So he's someone who got into radio, fell in love with it, as well as stand-up comedy, and never gave up either one.
Kept it a part of his life.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, I know. And so it's a lot of respect all the way through. And every time that Dan has called in, this was like second or third time I've called to him or talked to him while I was down here. He's always been great. And always kind of geeks out about the same thing. Wow, man, KFMA. I'm like,
Yeah. Like still blowing his mind, which is funny.
yeah, we're alumni at this point.
Yeah,
but
yeah, totally.
I mean, honestly, I feel the same way. When I went to the radio conference, I was hoping I'd see some KFMA alum so we could just geek out because you
Right.
kind of feel that. You're like,
Because
oh,
there's
yeah.
a couple others out there. Stryker.
Yeah,
from,
Stryker.
K-Rock and I can't think.
Gregor. Well, it was Rampage.
He's up
who
in
we
Washington.
mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which Gregor wasn't there. I was looking to meet Gregor for sure. Because I hear good things. I never met him, or Stryker for that matter. But yeah, if Ted Stryker was there, I would have definitely went up to him and just said, "Hey, KFMA."
He's a
That's
nice
it.
guy too.
Or he would have saw it. Yeah, he would have saw him with the call letters, and then instantly we're like, it's a kinship, you know. But yeah, I didn't get any of that, and instead I made a bunch of enemies. And, yeah, so
never again, right?
never again.
Right.
I mean, it was pretty expensive. I'm still paying it off. And it's usually something that the company should pay for you to do, but yeah.
I thought, yeah.
What?
I thought they got you a deal or something to
No,
go.
they got me a deal. Yeah,
And this
for
could
sure.
be used as a tax write-off too.
Yeah, well, I got to do taxes this year. So yeah, I'll do a tax write-off, and that's for sure. And yeah, the ticket was cheap. Ticket was going to be like around 1,000 or up there. I got it for 100.
That's
right?
awesome, man.
Yeah, that was great. And
the
I
deal.
got to hang out with the girl that helped me that hooked it up, which is great. But then the hotel wasn't necessarily that cheap. There was cheaper options. I didn't know. I'm a rookie on this, and I was so excited. I just went for what was easiest, and I was like, I got my credit card. I'll be fine. Boop boop boop. And then airfare, but I got a good deal on airfare. So it was the hotel that really did me in. And then everything else was actually pretty cheap because even when I went out with groups of people. So and I wasn't like big shotting. I would hang out with people who were making far more money than me, who were big shotting me. I was little brothering, if you will. Like, oh, you want another shot, little brother? I got you. You Tucson? Yeah, such a little small market, little petite market.
I make the
got
big
you,
money.
Boo. Yeah. I'm in a major market. You wouldn't know anything about it. I'm like, actually, I'm from Phoenix. Oh, that's cute. You're in Tucson now? Yeah, syndicated. How many stations you on now? I'm on all the stations you wanted to be on. Yeah, it's at like 50. How many people have you slept with in your lifetime? Okay, I'm on more stations than that. How about that? Cool. Sweet. So yes, I will take that 1942.
Hey, you'll get there sometime.
We'll see.
You'll be
I
on
mean,
the other side.
honestly, we're fucking on a roll, and it's a big thank you to everyone streaming, watching along, because we're growing in all demos consistently, and right now, like the team that we have right now, I'm so stoked about. It's just good mix and match of personalities.
Very
and
eclectic.
Absolutely. Yeah. And every single day you tune into this show, it's a little something different, but the same kind of vibe. And that's have a good time. And if you guys are joining, it's great. And also, I need all my OG streamers and the day one people who are listening to always, any kind of feedback is great. Not too much, but you like something, let us know. If you dislike something, let me know. I'm open for constructive criticism as we continue to fine tune this. To try to be the best of the best.
Yeah.
With no budget.
Spread the word.
Yeah. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're hanging out here, Kendall and Emil and myself. And we're convincing Emil to be smart and stay home on his wife's birthday. I feel like we did that.
So, yeah, I'm going to be there.
Yeah. Now, you bought your home though, right?
Yeah.
I saw something.
Working on it anyway.
Yeah, I saw something that's interesting. It's almost like kind of like a life hack of sorts where like Gen Z is like split buying homes right now.
Split buying?
Yeah.
Just like with other people?
Yeah.
That's messy.
Because, it is messy and scary too because, obviously, it's already messy if you're in a relationship and you buy a home and then when you get divorced, you got to split that up.
You say when you get divorced, like it's just like when it happens.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, they call this co-buying. Real estate, and one survey found that 15% of Gen Zers bought a home with someone that wasn't their romantic partner. 70% said they'd be willing to try it. Now, the reason why you have to do that, it's kind of sad. I saw this Reddit thread.
Oh.
All right, now, because boomers are like, you guys don't, your generation's lazy.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. I used to work.
Yeah.
I paid my own house off, which was like $4,000.
Yeah, you don't have a house because you like your frappe macchiatos and your avocado
and the
toast.
Avocado toast, that's the one. And it's just like, oh, that's your only meme.
Right. So, in this story that was posted on there, one man recalled that his father was always busting his chops.
Yeah.
Saying that the young, they don't work as hard. But that same father bought his home in 1980 for $25,000, with him and his wife pulling in an income of $11,000 each. So they bought a home for $25,000, and even their combined income wasn't as much as the $25,000. But they were able to buy the home because back in 1980, the American dream was still very much alive.
Yeah.
Now, fast forward to current events, obviously, that poster told the father about their house hunting struggles, to which the father scoffed, right?
Oh.
And he's just like, it's because you're living way outside your means, you avocado toast bitch. And he's like, no, man, I swear I'm not even eating avocado toast.
Yeah.
And I still can't afford a home. In fact, actually, Dad, Pops, old man,
Yeah.
you try. Find me a home. Please, anything reasonable. At this point, Section 8 housing, I don't even care. 4 walls and a roof.
Yeah.
Find one for me.
Did you do it?
So he went, he took that challenge. And hours later, he said his dad was defeated, saying that it wasn't just expensive, it was damn near impossible.
It is.
Yeah. And that ended the avocado toast comments, the lazy commentary, and led to an admission that this is from the dad. The system isn't stacked the same way it once was.
Completely different system. It's so foolish to think that we live in that same world. Unfortunately, we don't. It's so far gone. It is so over. It sucks.
Yeah, what has to happen for it to come back, or will it ever come back?
Yeah,
It's a new version of a third world country because people are, saying, "Hey, we're going to become a third world country." But
I mean, the fact that inflation is so high, and wages have stagnated since the 70s, and that and people don't want to release cheaper houses because they think about, well, my retirement, and you got boomers buying 1 million houses, even though they have 5 houses and they're still collecting Social Security, but they're like, hey, I need to fund my retirement.
Right.
No, man, we need a whole generation of people to, I hate to say it, but to eventually move on. So there's a lot of houses that kind of free up. And then at that point, maybe, but there's a lot of things that need to happen. It's like a very nuanced.
I like how you said move on. All right, I'm sorry. I'm getting you worked up. And one more thing.
Yeah, you're spicy right now. I like it.
Yeah,
hey, man, I feel for the Gen Zs. And
yeah,
stuff,
dude.
Man. I really do. It sucks.
Look, even though I'm not Gen Z, I'm definitely in Gen Z's boat, dude.
Right?
You
even
know,
millennials, too. I have a lot of friends like that.
Look, I put my adult life on pause as I chased a dream. So I worked almost a decade for free. I mean, I was working gigs and stuff like that, but literally just scraping by in the gig economy before the gig economy was a thing. So now I'm way behind the times. So now that I'm at a point where I have an income where like 15 years ago, yeah, I'd be able to buy a house, but not today.
No.
Okay, grocery prices, right? Now, this is another thing that just came out. Grocery prices are 29% higher than they are pre-pandemic, but it's not necessarily what you think, right? Because a lot of people believe it's the president's trade policies that push up consumer pricing. But, actually experts say that hasn't been what has pushed up consumer prices, and they haven't really been pushed up as much as economists has feared. And that's the good news. But some items like coffee, beef, and fresh produce are starting to feel the impact. But really, it's drought and extreme weather that are the major cause of current prices.
Yeah, coffee comes from a plant, and you need some water for that plant. So
yeah, so it's one of those things where it's just like, that's not great. In July to August, it made it the steepest 1 month gain in roughly 3 years. Groceries are now 2.7% higher than a year ago. And so a lot of people are like, oh man, how am I going to afford these groceries? And I'm one of those people, right? But then also people are looking at me like, hey, you're losing weight. What's your secret? I don't want to spend this money. You know what I mean? I can't afford it. So now, I mean, I'm not saying you do that, right? Because this is not a good thing to choose, like, money over food. But at the same time, I'm like, I want to budget better, so I got to eat less.
Yeah, I mean,
because I will eat myself homeless.
Totally. I mean, you never saw any chubby people during the Great Depression.
No,
they were all just trying to get by,
Silver lining. If we're heading into another Great Depression, at least we'll start having more sex, because we've been having less sex, but we've been the most obese. And I think maybe
sex is free until you have a baby.
Honestly,
free.
Yeah. That's I mean, I could tell you a hack that we could do on the stream, but I can't say it on the air.
Stop.
All right, let's keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast, the Feel Good podcast broadcast. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Yeah, no, I'm saying in times of depression, it's been said, and studies have shown that, not only the pull-out method is the most popular, but the swallowing as a source of protein becomes far more popular.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how Grapes of Wrath ended. That's what he was sucking on, right?
Yeah.
I have to Google
the
that.
alternative version, the director's cut.
It's like, what's Grapes of Wrath?
Yeah, I have to Google that.
The Gapes of Wrath. It was the Gapes of Wrath. I think that was
Gapes. I saw that actually. Unfortunately, I can't see it anymore because it's on Pornhub and I don't have a VPN. All right. Early this morning, we did this to hit the reset. So check this out. I think this is a Bob Dylan cover, and I think he's trying to sound like Bob Dylan.
I can hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I have a massive dong. I'm playing my guitar with it. I also use kick drum. And now with my foot, with my dong. That's cool. Nice, dude. Yeah. Well, that's good for the Rialto. And it was great. Hopefully, David Duchovny enjoys our fine city here, and we welcome him with open arms for sure.
Definitely.
Coming up in the podcast broadcast, right at 9 a.m., we're going to be talking with a WWE, I say legend, but current superstar Penta. Yeah. He's really making his name in WWE, but he's been a legend in the luchador scene for many years. So Penta will be our guest in the podcast broadcast to kick things off. We're going to have a great show today, so keep it here all morning long. Yeah, all right. Morning Morons coming up after music for Five Finger Death Punch, kicking things off. Little 9 Inch Nails. Here's Closer on Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. It's Beef Vegan Presents. But you know the name of the show, Tucson. Let's go. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Our young millennial friend Kendall has been on the TikTok, being skewed and influenced in all the wrong ways. Sometimes you'll come across like a hip TikTok health hack, life hack.
Yeah.
And you'll be like, oh, this is great. Why didn't I ever think of this before? But a lot of times it's BS, So here to separate the good hacks from the BS, it's Kendall with another round of TikTok Tells Me. What do we got today for TikTok Tells Me?
This first hack is a cleaning hack, a ketchup hack.
Okay, ketchup cleaning hack.
Yes.
To clean ketchup?
No, the opposite. You're going to use the ketchup to clean.
That's what they're saying.
They're saying rubbing it on silverware to polish it and remove tarnish.
Have you heard this before, Emil?
It sounds a little familiar.
Have you guys ever polished anything ever before? I feel like men aren't known to
this
clean.
Is setting something up for a really good joke.
Bro, come on. Yeah. Do you know guy humor at all? I'll tell you this, though. I don't want my silverware to smell like ketchup. A lot of people, ketchup is like a smell that they can't stand.
Yeah,
right. You know? So that seems like if I had guests over, and I'm like, here, setting the table, and they grab their fork, and before they go to put it in their mouth, like, is there ketchup in this?
It's like all brown and crusty on there. No, don't worry, that's just ketchup. I cleaned them.
Yeah, it's so clean. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people put them in the dishwasher or use soap. I'm doing air quotes. Yeah, I just dip it in ketchup and shake it off. Terrible idea, but this is.
Well, I don't know if it's a terrible idea. It works because of the natural acids in the tomatoes combined with the vinegar in the ketchup. So that's what you would use to polish and break down the tarnish on silverware to make it shiny.
Okay.
But really, just do it when you're desperate because it is messy, sticky, takes longer than usual to polish. So it works if you're out of regular cleaning supply.
See, the thing is, I never have anybody over, so I don't need to polish myself, like my plastics, plastic forks.
Let me paint this picture. Worst case scenario. Okay, so you're at home. You don't have any silverware polishing, right?
Yeah.
And so you're gonna break out the old fine china or whatever, and all the silverware and a big bottle of ketchup, and then you're polishing away. All of a sudden, a police officer comes in looking for a murder suspect. You're holding a knife that looks like it's covered with blood,
and you're in jail for the rest of your life now because of this.
Yeah. Yeah, you look messy. You look like, like you just hack somebody up.
What are you going to say? Oh, I didn't do it.
Yeah, it's ketchup. I swear it's ketchup.
Oh, yeah. We've heard that one before.
Right, yeah.
Right to the death penalty for you.
Exactly. I mean, after they tase you about 3-4 times, maybe they'll do a little taste test.
Your dog, too.
But by then, you're already tased. So it feels more dangerous than and not worth
true.
the hassle.
I didn't think about that. You have a point there.
Thank you. All right, what's another TikTok trend that TikTok told you?
This one is pretty funny because this is a hack that typically women are told to do.
Okay.
But apparently it's trending that men should do the same, that you should be strengthening your pelvic floor with Kegels.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize that men could do Kegels as well because it'll help apparently boost your performance in the bedroom.
I bet you did. Well, you didn't realize, but I bet you've seen it in action. You ever seen your boyfriend move it? You know, like make it bounce. No, I'm just saying. Did you ever see it? He's like, boom, 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 boom. You ever see that?
Continue.
Be honest. Have you ever seen a guy do that? The old magic trick.
Why are you trying to embarrass me right now?
I'm not trying to embarrass you. Okay, any boyfriend. Have you ever seen him move? Well, because that's a Kegel, you know? So, like.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I guess. But apparently it's true that it will help boost your performance.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. I mean, I could do I'm doing Kegels right now. I could do 50 in a row without getting tired.
I'll do some too.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
it's
so
like, look at you. Yeah. That's good form.
I'm focused.
I'm
focused.
Oh my God.
No, it's good because, again, it helps fight against premature ejac, if you will. And, you know, and it's a muscle in a way, you know, it kind of gets going.
And you can do it discreetly and effectively, just like Emil's doing right now.
Right.
I didn't even know he was doing it.
You could do it.
I'll do it for the rest of the show too.
Yeah, actually. Damn, you got good cardio.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, you could do it while staring at your, uncomfortably hot co-host in the eye. You know, you can just keep doing it. It's great.
I feel like this, staring at you.
I'm gonna leave early, guys. This isn't.
But yeah. So, you ever do Kegel exercises?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Hypocrite over here, man.
I know.
Like she's like, oh no, that's gross.
Right. Like you can do them, but we can't.
How dare you?
Well, it's gross that you're making it known you're doing them right now,
hey,
right next to me. You know.
Yeah.
People do Kegels. Okay, get over it.
And
men
Kendall,
and women alike.
Kendall, you don't have to tell us you're doing Kegels. I'm already assuming you're doing it throughout the majority of the show. So
she's done at least once since we've mentioned it. I guarantee you, you've done at least once.
If I make you laugh real hard, that's a super Kegel.
No
Anyways, okay. So does TikTok tells you to do that, and what do the experts say? Do they think you should do that as well?
The experts say it's true that yes, that this is a good hack for men as well. So
100%.
That it's activating your pelvic floor, holding it for 5 seconds. Before releasing.
There you go.
So you got to hold it.
If I was
just do it once.
Yeah.
Real quick.
If I was to Mr. Miyagi, a woman who's about to get married or try to find her husband, I would make her do it with a chopstick and be like, hold this chopstick all day long. Wax on, wax off. Yeah. It would work. And then that's marriage material right there. Anyways, that's another round of TikTok tells me. All right, so Kendall yelled at me for talking about her man's penis as if I'm going to steal her man from her.
Yeah, you don't talk about him like that. That's my man.
All right. Maybe he doesn't know how to Kegel. That's the thing. You know what I've been following, which is so great, was the judge in Raleigh, or no, in Kentucky. Well, judge is trending right now, but could be a whole different thing. You know, the judge in that small town in Kentucky who basically was running the prison like a harem. And he would give women basically lighter sentences and stuff for sexual favors. And then the sheriff one day in broad daylight on camera shot him dead because his daughter's number was in his phone. I mean, I'm waiting for this to be a documentary or a show on Netflix or HBO Max. It's going to be fascinating. And it just goes to show the corruption of small town politics for sure. You feel it. When I lived in Flagstaff, you could tell it's such it just had that small town vibe where if you piss them off, they know how to run you out in a way that big cities just can't do because they have to follow protocol and stuff. Because I'll give you an example. I was associated with a nightclub owner up there who they didn't like. They didn't want to give a liquor license to. And one year for Tequila Sunrise, which is an annual homecoming event.
Love it.
Yeah, he operated the nightclub as an all ages no alcohol club, and I was DJing and emceeing at that club. And so after hours, I was just like, why don't we just like buy a couple kegs and throw a free kegger, for 21 and up? That's legal. And he's like, yes, let's fucking do that. So we did. We bought kegs and bottles of Captain Morgan, and all you had to be was 21 years of age or older. We went downtown. We promoted it. Tons of people came, was drinking for free, didn't pay $1 cover, didn't pay $1 for the drink, but they were tipping. Cops came, saw the tips, arrested the owner. Then the owner calls me up and he's like, bail me out of jail. Here's where I keep my money. So I grab the money. I go down with one of my coworkers, and I'm the one that signed him out of jail, right? And then about less than a month later, I get a letter in the mail notifying me that my driver's license was suspended. I didn't even own a car at the time. What? Yes. And so that was Flagstaff saying, hey, you, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And I did. All right, so small town politics. So follow that story though in Kentucky because it's wild. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We only got a couple minutes here, for we're gonna wrap things up on the show today. Penta was great to talk to. I'll clip that up a little bit later. Tomorrow, of course, Herb Stratford's gonna be joining us. Mari and Yaz will have a lot of fun, and we'll give away one more pair of tickets for My Chemical Romance, and that's gonna happen right at 8:10 tomorrow morning. Before that, you'll have opportunities to win tickets for Nightfall because that's a big deal. And, and others. I probably have another pair of tickets for Mudvayne because Mudvayne's going to be happening this Saturday.
Yeah, this weekend.
Yeah. Speaking of this weekend, well, I want you to save that for tomorrow, Meal. But, I know there's events that are happening around town. What's one event that I should go out to this weekend?
I know Sunday they're doing haunted hotel tours downtown over at Hotel Congress.
Is it Hotel Congress?
Yeah.
Have you ever stayed at Hotel Congress and felt the heebie-jeebies?
No.
I mean, I have a great ghost story there from my good friend Decker, who swears by it, because Decker, would play at Hotel Congress all the time with his band, and he was staying there, and he said he kept feeling someone sitting at the end of the bed.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. Feeling the pressure of someone sitting at the end of the bed. It was annoying, and then hearing coughing. And he was thinking it was like the girl, that was sleeping next to him, right? It's just like, that's weird. She's getting up, sitting at the end of the bed, and then he again in the morning, he feels it again and kind of wakes him up. And this time he's kind of annoyed because he didn't really get to sleep all night long. He's hearing coughing. He's feeling pressure at the end of the bed. Someone's sitting at the end of the bed. And so he wakes up just kind of bicker at this girl. Like, what is your deal? And as he feels it, he looks and she's not even in bed with him. She was in the bathroom. And, and so he basically, that's when he knew that the stories and the legend of Hotel Congress being haunted were really real. And he felt it he got a shiver down his spine. And you hear stories like that all the time. Now, I've stayed there before, but when I stay at Hotel Congress, I don't sleep. I just pass out.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're just out through all the ghosts messing with you and stuff. They're like, nothing's working.
They're
on this
pantsing
dude.
me. They're diddling me. They're doing whatever. They're drawing penises on my face. I'm waking up ghost did it again. But I have no recollection throughout the night. That's the only time I'm staying at Hotel Congress. Just because I live here.
Yeah.
Right. But besides that, have you ever stayed at Hotel Congress, Kendall?
I have, but I haven't experienced anything strange when I was there. Just, hammered and eating pizza. The norm.
Right.
Have you ever gotten romantic in Hotel Congress?
No.
Okay, because then I'd say ghost watched you.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it's a voyeur's paradise, really. Or an exhibitionist paradise, if you will.
If you're a ghost.
No, it's a voyeur for a ghost. But if you're an exhibitionist, you want to show off some skills and get some afterlife props.
Some old timey dude just sitting there watching timey. Oh, that's really neat, eh?
Yeah, exactly. I'm dead, but she's moaning like she's the ghost.
Yeah, who's the ghost here?
Yeah, good for you. I'm feeling that in the afterlife. I mean, that's what they say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the ghost has seen some pretty good, pretty
good stuff. Yeah, some pretty
boobs. Oh, what are you going to dress up as for Halloween this year?
I haven't thought about it, but because with my boyfriend, I definitely want to do a couple's costume. So I've kind of been thinking about what kind of duos.
Are you pushing him into this?
Oh yeah, of course. But we should have wrote down a list because we think about it, here and there. We're like, oh, that'd be a good idea. I kind of want to be Vince McMahon. He's, a wrestler, maybe Cold Stone or something. The hair. They got the same haircut. So that'd be easy.
That's so
But then
weird.
I've also thought about what if I want to be like Miss Piggy? He could be Kermit.
Right.
Legendary couple.
Yeah, so you could pork them later. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
Froggy cell.
Yeah. Which it's a real thing. We'll explain it.
That's why I brought up. I've heard Beak talk about Froggy cell so many times.
Well, yeah, my buddy Schmonty was trying to procreate, which he has two kids now. Congratulations. Well, I was telling him they were having trouble, and I was like, you got to do it Froggy style because that's the best, position that really just drops the eggs, or the seeds right onto the egg, right onto the egg.
Right there.
Okay.
Yeah. It's angling, it's maximum depth, the whole thing.
Okay.
It's scientifically proven, and also it's a domination move too. You know what I mean? Like you're in control when you're in the froggy. If you have good quads,
power stance.
Yeah, it's a power stance. It's definitely an alpha move. Betas can't pull off froggy style. But if you pull off a good froggy style and get a good 5 minutes in on that, yeah, you're gonna have a boy.
You use your Kermit voice too. It just makes it. It's like full circle.
Yeah.
You like
100%.
that? You like that?
All right, let's get into a beef tip. Wrap things up, and it has nothing to do with any of the stuff that we're just talking about. TikTok safety tip. All right, so in the theme of and the spirit of Kendall with our TikTok tells me, an EMT went viral for telling people what should be obvious but should be reminded because apparently he has to go to house fires all the time because people make this one mistake. They throw their burnt food directly into the trash. Right now, not realizing that, hey, if it's burnt, it's probably hot enough to start a fire.
Yeah.
And this happens time and time again. So this EMT shared a story of a woman who meant to microwave a brownie for 20 seconds, but hit 2 minutes by mistake, right? Which ruins the brownie.
Yeah.
So she tossed it into the trash. That point is that's like a rock of lava. Her trash ignited, and things like hot oil or even burnt toast can do the same thing. So anything charred has tiny embers hiding in that black part. So just like a campfire, keep that in mind. So if you burn something, let it cool off before you throw it in the trash. Do not throw it directly in the trash. And that's your beef tip. See, we ended it on a positive and the safety educational tip.
Right. I say even eat it. Lean into that bird.
Yeah.
Just eat it.
Come on. There's people out there starving.
I know, right?
Yeah. And if you're trying to have a baby and you want it to be a boy, froggy style. Thank you for listening. Subscribe to the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/beefvegan. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and rock local. I feel like I repeated that, didn't I?
And you wish
I think you're fine.
upon a side of beef, soon will come an end to all your grief.
Can you tell?
But if
I'm tie-tie. You tie-tie?
I think we're feeding off each other's.
I will knock out all your
we get it.
teeth.